Very good. Tell me when we're in game.
No.
All
We're
right,
good now.
We're good.
We're
We're
good.
good.
Great.
Great job.
Terrific.
You're a beautiful hippo.
Thank you.
That's a great cutout.
So Keen versus
TV
Infamous. Moxie, I feel like you might be biased here.
Oh, I'm incredibly biased.
You love Keen gaming,
Incredibly
right?
biased.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally.
So
No.
why do you love Infamous so much? Tell us the story.
All right, so this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down.
Oh, wow.
No, anyways, so I've been following the South American region for quite a while now, and this team is really near and dear to my heart because they actually were one of the South American teams way back when they were Majestic, or I think they were Pacific, and then they changed to Majestic. I think that was the Croatian minor for the first time, where
Dota Pit?
Yeah, for Dota Pit. Yeah, they did. They placed a lot higher than I think most people were expecting. They later went on to play as Hamburguesa, which is like my favorite name ever. They were Team Cat Burgers. I've got my cat socks on today because I'm, biased caster. Where they also did a great job, and now they got picked up by Infamous. So these guys, I've watched a lot of them grind. Stinger, Schofield have both been in the scene forever. Whisper has been an up-and-coming off-laner. He's really good with juking around. And, the two big guys over here, we've got Chris Luck and we've got Hector. Chris Luck and both of these guys actually were pub stars for quite a while. And you kind of saw it when they first burst out into the scene onto like more of an international stage. They had a limited hero pool. They had some problems with using their time management properly and farming a little bit. But since then, they have just been incredible the way that they have stepped up to the plate. You can see that they've been working really hard going through boot camp. So, and I think, who was it? Was it Snake King that said like in one of the interviews that he thought Hector's one of the best cores that's currently at the
Infamous
international?
certainly did well in the group stage. Especially considering that I think a lot of people in their compendiums, let's be real, myself included, picked them last. Z-Freak, did you do the same?
I might not have done compendium predictions this
Me
year.
either. Don't worry, I'm with
Players
you.
are too good for it, right? Is that
All right,
No,
hater.
it's just-
You're
it's
the
just-
only hater here right now.
I
so
didn't
that's
really
fair.
realize it was like locking, and then I got on Dota, and oh, it's too late.
I missed the first day of Fantasy, and it felt really bad. But I'm going to keep going because I can
I
still
didn't.
get
I didn't
top
even open my
10%.
player cards because I just can't be bothered.
Wow.
Yeah, the player cards are, that's a
Yeah.
whole new
No,
thing.
is
I
it
actually
that
went
surprising? It's such a hassle.
Look at Aosin. He's too good for player cards. The Red Sox are trying to get those gold team lineups, and he's over there like, I'm not going to spend my time and waste it on player cards.
If they had an open all, I'd be fine with it. But the fact that I have to sit through like 30 minutes just to open packs and recycle.
I actually
Now
opened
he's
all
bragging
the
about how
packs
many cards he has.
just for
No,
the
I'm like
dopamine,
level
and then
40.
never made a fantasy team.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm like level 40. I don't even think I have the cards
You're
to
just
make.
lazy.
Z-Freak,
Oh,
when you're in like
snap.
an important
Hey.
matches, do you ever get messages from people about, hey, you did not do well in my fantasy. Thank you so much. Like
No.
they did it very nicely.
This
play
is
it
a Hector
offline, though.
special,
This is
right?
this is the Hector special
Yeah.
and a
The
Whisper
Wraith game?
Enchantress. What is Keen doing? Are they just
Well-
throwing this game right now because they're gonna win with this lineup?
They had to ban out the other heroes first. Like, I think it's a lot harder to play against an Infamous Mag or Alchemist
Yeah.
draft.
I mean,
And
if you- yeah, the
Schofield's really prevalent on the Tiny. And
This is true, yeah.
it's a much, you give less away when you first pick Tiny, so they don't want to give it to them.
But they let him get the Wraith King. I guess they didn't. Maybe they didn't think they'd pick up the Wraith King so early.
I don't think you can
perhaps?
play Wraith King in offlane Eng. I think that lane would be really hard.
I
so they
think-
kind of just have to leave it.
I think you haven't been watching their games.
Who would you guys pick?
Got him.
Lineup not included. Moxie, you already know your answer. Aosin and Z-Freak. What teams in a best of one?
Oh, you already heard my predictions yesterday. I picked Infamous for this matchup.
Okay.
Yeah, you did, my boy
Z-Freak?
Aosin.
Best of one, probably Infamous.
I feel like South American teams in general are always
Yeah.
favored in best of ones. Is that just me?
No, it's not even the
They
fact that it's just based off of their play and performance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I look at Keen Gaming, these are some very recognizable names. I'm
Yeah.
surprised that this lineup has not really turned out maybe as they kind of expected in the first one.
Dyer's turn to pick.
Kunkka, we just saw a Kunkka get eliminated from the tournament.
Yep.
Will we
Oh,
see
that
it
was
again?
already the first incorrect prediction I had.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I predicted Fnatic to win that one.
Mm.
So I'm 1-1 right now.
So I'm beating you so
Feels
far.
bad. Wait, you're 2-0?
Yeah.
Sorry, he's gonna lose this one, I'm sure.
We're talking about actual compendium predictions. so
Wait,
didn't
who
do
did I
that.
pick?
No, no,
I don't
no.
even remember who I picked. Damn.
10 seconds.
Yeah. How
We are
convenient.
professional Dota 2.
How convenient. So
personalities
that
and
suddenly
casters.
you'll remember who you predicted when it's like 30 minutes into the game.
No,
you
I
can see who's
think
winning.
I picked Infamous. I feel like I had a feeling.
After that Wraith King pick, I really feel like Infamous is
After
really
some
who I am.
inside info on the Wraith King?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, what's his build on Wraith King then?
Oh, would you like to know?
Yes, please.
Oh, it's Midas Phase Boots, Belt of Strength, Radiance,
Radiance.
into
Halberd.
Halberd.
Belt of Strength.
Wait, so it's the
Yes.
same as the Lifestealer build?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
If he plays a Strength hero, he goes that build. I believe sometimes he buys a wand. I think actually most of the time he buys a wand.
I mean, Wand is just so good, right?
Yeah.
But then he's always hitting creeps. So then, like, do you want to buy Mon?
I mean,
Last time we saw him play Wraith King, he was actually just like farming up the storm for the
Yep.
15 minutes straight.
especially on a hero like Wraith King, though, like just having the wand's a great insurance policy.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
go on you, stick up, get your mana back for your ult. But yeah, he's really prevalent on these strength heroes, and he found an item build that he really likes to.
I like it a lot. It,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Ooh, husky tusky.
They played this as a core yesterday. I'm not sure how I felt about that one.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a Whisper Enchantress. Obviously Hector Wraith King. Tusk almost like I think that's a Schofield
It's a
hero.
Schofield.
Yeah,
I'd say that's a
it's very
Schofield.
Schofield.
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure how this PA lanes against Enchantress. I know it's like you talk to carry players, they'll say, "Oh yeah, PA is fine against Ench," and then they actually play the lane and
Is anybody really good against Ench?
no.
Dyer's turn to pick.
Yeah,
I've said
there's like one hero. It's Bat Rider.
Yeah.
Bad writer. Okay.
My answer to Ench is you leave,
Yeah.
then you come back later.
Well, I do get the Rubik pickup though, and I know that Keen Gaming has a great Rubik player, so that should see some pretty sick steals. Not the best things to steal, obviously, just
Hey,
yet.
you're almost
but-
guaranteed to get Wraith Fire Blast, right? Unless you want some Skelly Boys. Wait, how does Skelly Boys work? If you steal it,
I
you
think
don't
you
get
get
any
the-
skeletons,
Five
right?
seconds.
Yeah, you have to kill
get the crit,
creeps.
and then you have to kill creeps.
You have to kill creeps first, and then
Okay.
you can get skeletons.
I see.
But I think it's mostly just to steal all the Tusk spells.
No, it's the skeletons.
Well, tag team is an
Okay.
incredible
Hey,
spell
so-
still, too.
You get little Rubiks. That's going to be
Ice
the
Shards is
next
so
edition
strong.
in next year in Battle Pass.
Little Rubiks.
Level 1,000 to
Oh.
get little Rubik skeletons for a very specific
For very
scenario.
Do they taunt when you taunt?
That's right. Oh, Bat Rider,
Oh.
they pick up for themselves, actually.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm confused. All right.
No, that makes sense, right? Because they're like really ensuring that this Enchantress is just unbeatable.
Yeah. Could just be a 5-inch.
Or
It's not
that.
weak in lane.
Is it a Whisper Bat Rider now?
I can see it. It does very well in the lanes right now. Especially with the Tusk supporting it. This off lane could be a big issue for Keen, actually.
Do you lane Enchantress Bat Rider together and then Tusk just does whatever?
Nah, I'd probably put Tusk and Bat in the off lane together.
Tusk and
Tusk and
Bat?
Bat should probably lane together. Unless the Bat ends up as a support. They could even put it mid, honestly, against Kunkka.
That's true.
Infamous generally has very open lane policy. They'll go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm
I-
bamboozled right now trying to figure this out. Because I don't,
Yesterday, I thought I knew what was happening, and then the Whisper played Tusk.
Tusk,
Or
yeah.
not. Was it Whisper that played
Yeah,
Tusk?
yeah. And then Schofield was on the 4 Magnus.
Yeah.
it's always an entertaining time in South American Dota.
I assume Bat Rider is like meant to chase down PA. Like you just follow wherever she goes.
Yeah. This is definitely a game where I see a Bat core doing a lot more than a Bat support. Because I think you already have pretty decent lanes for Infamous, and you don't need it to help out there.
Yeah.
But a Bat Rider can really take over a lane if it's played as a core here.
Not the greatest saves either. Like you don't have your Venge or your.
Yeah.
Or actually, I mean, Venge is like the main one that comes to mind. Rubik and Kunkka can kind of do it, but it's, not that reliable.
Well, here, do you see Infamous picking up here?
We need a Chris Luck hero. Assuming that the Bat Rider's not going mid, right? So what's going to be his hero? The TA, but TA is not really a hero right now, so
5 seconds
that's
remaining.
not going to be the case.
Do they have a normal pairing with this Wraith King?
TA?
Is it just TA?
No. Like, that's one of Chris Luck's best heroes is TA.
Yeah, but is there something they'd like to pick
They've
for
done that
mid
sometimes,
when
yeah.
they go Wraith King?
Sometimes.
Okay.
They like the Ember a lot too, but the Ember was already banned out. Trying to think. They've played Shadow Fiend, I know.
I'm not a big fan of Shadow Fiend with these heroes.
Yeah.
I want something that can jump in with them, like
So like
Storm.
A Storm?
Yeah, I
Yeah, a
like
Storm could be
Storm.
good here. I know they play Storm. Can always get the South American special, the Tinker, but that seems really greedy.
Oh boy,
prefer
I hope
not
it's
to
not
see
a
it.
Tinker game. I don't miss that hero.
I do not either. They
I don't
buffed that
either.
hero too.
I like Tinker.
Yeah, you
Get off the
would.
couch.
I like Tinker because of the fact that the way people play it nowadays is very different.
Oh, snap. All
This is
right.
the TA.
Chris Luck's best hero. Yeah, this is bonkers. They let them get Wraith King and the Templar Assassin. Keen Gaming.
So I'm just gonna go real crazy and say Keen's gonna pick LC.
Okay. all right.
Legion.
Yep.
For
So
the,
they
the
can
Bat Rider.
purge.
Also does pretty well in the lane against Wraith King.
Do you like
But who
Legion?
do they slice down here?
Do I like Legion?
Yeah. It's just such a clunky hero.
The hero, it doesn't really make sense. Like, you want to play it, the way the kit's designed, you almost want to play it with just, you know, your armlet run-in build, armlet drums, run at the enemy, but it doesn't really make sense because you have this dual ability that should be used for initiation.
Yeah.
Like, a blink helps you position to cleanse your allies as well, so the whole hero feels like it just needs way too many
It
items.
needs a rework, right? I feel like that's a hero that I would love to see a rework for.
I feel like it fits, though. I like the design of the hero, it just doesn't really
I like
fit
the
anything
abilities
right now.
of the hero. I don't
I
like,
like
them all
something-
in one hero.
I like something tankier that can stand with Kunkka here, like Pit Lord or Underlord.
Yeah. I could see something that either intentionally gets lassoed and survives or something that deals with the lasso here. But I feel like if they don't, I guess they can X mark it.
Yeah.
I actually forgot about that.
They can also like Lift isn't that good, but it's okay. But yeah, X is like the
Yeah.
only thing that can.
X can actually save it, so I guess it depends on how much value they put on that.
Yeah.
You know, this mid lane's an interesting matchup now. Both these heroes have lost the ability to deny with bonus damage. I actually have no idea how this matchup is now.
We're gonna find out. That's for sure.
Kunkka can kill TA with a gank pretty easily.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Omni.
All right.
Okay.
The better LC.
Old
It's
11
kind
Omni
of
Knight.
like that thing I was talking about.
I
You know,
feel like
standing
I've
with the Kunkka, but I would have preferred Underlord personally.
Does he ever not build Radiance on this hero?
On the
Hector?
Omni?
Omni.
Or Omni?
Oh,
Like every single game.
not sure, honestly.
I think of old 11, I think of Omni Radiance. Every time. We'll see if he goes for it. I mean, Kunkka typically goes Radiance though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is that just more
Yeah,
player
it is
dependent?
the off-lane ench, and
So it is Whisper. Okay.
oh, it's going to be a 5-bat.
I like this.
All right.
I like this.
Yep.
Didn't Monkeys do this, like, when he was actually standing in on Complexity? I like that a lot, honestly. Because you still have the lasso. Like, lasso is one of those crazy things that there's nothing else quite like it in the game. So having it, like, on a hero where it's not that big of a deal if they, you know, X him or pull him back or whatever because he is just a support, but you still have it as a utility is pretty nice.
Yeah, and this hero, it's really hard to lose the safe lane when you play this hero as a support. You at least get trade farm and then like any 2v2. Even though Omni Knight can cleanse, he can't skill his heal at level 1, so the amount of pressure they can put on the Wraith King is greatly reduced. And lane should be fine.
If Abaddon was available and wasn't banned, do you think they would have taken him instead of Omni?
I hate Abaddon, so
Really?
yeah.
Especially against Bat Rider as well, although it is position 5.
I think it was actually Whisper that did the build where they played against an Abaddon and their whole game plan was just to pop his ulti and immediately lasso him with an Ags at some point in the game.
I see.
So I've seen that one before and it didn't work out.
Very interesting. All right, forget about who you think is going to win before this.
Uh-huh.
Lineup-wise, who has a better lineup?
think I like
Lineup-wise,
Infamous.
I like Infamous more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel-
Moxie, do I even need to ask?
No,
Okay.
you really don't. Don't get me wrong. Like, they have Kaka Rubik, and, like, he is a beast on that hero. Like, for sure.
There isn't much
But
that changes the game here, though.
that's the problem.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Probably like ice shards and traps.
And
are
I
the
don't
best
love the Witch
steals.
Doctor.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but I don't know. The lineup coming out from Keen just doesn't wow me to the same extent as Infamous, just because of the fact that, you know, we have seen them play those heroes numerous numbers of time, have really excellent results. But, you know, who knows? I did not see this game. I have been avoiding Twitter like crazy because I was hoping that I get placed on this one.
Oh.
I also have a thing going that if Infamous win TI9, I will dye my hair red. I will go full Lena. So,
All right.
you know.
I feel
Let's
like
go Infamous.
that is not a big enough thing.
I have black hair. You
feel
know
like-
how much bleaching is going to be
I
involved?
feel like a shaved head is the only way to go. That's
So
the
you
true
want to shave
Lena.
your head? if Infamous
Arcana.
win?
No, I don't care about Infamous. If it was my other team, if I was rooting for somebody that much, yeah, I'd shave my head.
I'm not shaving my head. I look like a dude with short hair.
If someone wins TI, I will continue to play Dota.
Oh,
Wow.
That's a
very-
high,
very
high
nice.
risk, high reward. there,
Yeah.
Harrison.
I know it's tough.
Really putting it all on the line here.
What about
Okay,
you,
hold
Zach? What are
on.
you going to wager?
Well, Alliance lost earlier, so
Yeah, that feels bad, man.
I didn't wager anything.
Who's your next team that you'd like to see?
Probably newbie. Yeah,
Newbie?
gotta root for newbie.
All right, yeah.
More NA slots.
ENA.
I avoided all spoilers as well, but one thing I did see was a picture of CCNC in the opening
I
ceremony.
saw that too.
That was great.
He's so excited.
He's so excited. I love that kid.
Don't be mad. It's just not
What a good young
fair.
boy. The differences between him in person and him in pubs is night and day, though.
Yeah, it really is.
You can say that about a lot of players.
Yeah, you can say that about a lot of players.
I think a sweet, like one of the nicest players and shyest guys you'll ever meet is Yawar.
Yeah.
All I hear about him, at least back in the day, was he was very toxic in pubbing.
Yeah.
I actually like the Keen laning setup that they're gonna have here. They're gonna have a safe lane Omni against the bat lane.
They tried to hide it too. They
Yeah.
had old chicken hiding
Yeah,
out.
they
in
started
place.
running across the map when they realized what the lanes were. And they're gonna end up tri-laning in the off lane. They
Old
do
11
get lane
special.
control from Infamous immediately.
I think Hector's perfectly fine with this, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
Sorceries
Team, Grace.
If you had to make a ranked list, a tier list of best level 1 abilities, is tag team top 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
Top
It
5.
used to be number 1.
I would
then
say
they
it's top
nerfed it.
5 for sure.
Okay.
Back when it had like I don't know, something ridiculous like a 10-second cooldown at level 1, it was definitely number 1.
Pretty good.
It's honestly like a little hard to say because some skills are like, if you pair them together, they're like insane. You know.
Yeah, true.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, that was fine. It was calculated.
40 HP on PA.
Dark has a salve, luckily.
Well, hold clenched. Oh, goodness.
All right, out of
Very
curiosity, what is number 1?
Number 1?
Yeah, what is the best level 1 skill?
The first thing I think of, I don't know if it's number 1, but in terms of damage output, Rocket Barrage is pretty freaking good. I'd have to, yeah.
All right,
I should've had something
I got
in mind.
mine.
I think it's been nerfed too many times.
If it was a 5v5 team fight,
Yeah.
Elder Titan Spirit is the best skill.
Okay, okay.
Alright. You know, Rubik Fade Bolt actually comes in really close in 5v5.
Oh, that's true. I heard this is a terrible discussion.
Do you guys remember
I
when
take no blame.
runes used to spawn right at the start and you'd
Yep.
be against either a Pudge or you'd be against a Treant Protector and they get a haste and you're just like, well, I'm dead.
Oh, you don't mean SFDD rune at 0 minutes?
That's
a
pretty
classic.
awful too. But I don't know. There's something about a giant, scary butcher man like running at you full chase and rotting you to death.
Old
What about-
Techie's haste rune.
Heck, that's one of my favorites because it looks like the wheels on his cart are gonna like roll off like whoop 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 as he goes
I
running.
wonder what
It's
the
great.
new one looks like, the elephant.
Oh, I don't know if you.
I haven't seen it with haste.
I don't know if you
Hated
saw,
Elephant.
but if you do the blast off animation, you spam cancel it.
Yeah.
There's a very interesting animation for it.
For the new one?
Would you like to share that with the class here,
Is
AOS?
it inappropriate for the stream or something?
There's gonna be a
Ow!
dive here.
I would see a dive here potentially onto Kaka. Purification comes into play though.
Yeah,
That'll break things up. Well, Hector.
fine. That is now.
All right, now I'm really curious. This is gonna bother me the whole cast. Why'd you have to bring it up?
you know what the new skin looks like, right?
Yeah, that's the elephant.
Okay. No. I know that, but like, do you know how like they're standing and like how it looks?
No, I don't remember.
Is it a wiener?
All I
No,
can
no,
see
no.
is
It's
the
like,
It's just not fair.
you know, after this game, we'll just go look at it. We'll go look at it.
Damn you, ASN.
We'll tell the
What
ops
is
to
it?
go in and to test it for you.
Let's just pause the game now.
Yeah, you know, it is a replay.
No. Please, no. I don't want to get banned from Twitch. Not again.
Honestly, Keen are doing really good in laning phase.
Yeah.
Considering like the setup, I thought like Infamous would have been like pretty far ahead with this setup.
Yeah, Keen actually got a pull off in the bottom lane to get lane control back,
Oh, okay,
which
I
is
see.
really important because they should, I believe they should be doing slightly worse in this lane.
How was Kaka level 3?
Yeah, pull.
And a half. That's insane.
Yeah.
It looks like old 11 and Kaka are going to try to go on top of Hector here.
Should be no points in degen order. Okay, it's 1 point now.
Yeah, 2-1-1.
We're
Yep.
sailing now.
I feel like the plan coming out from Keen right now is to try to keep Hector's farm down as much as possible because they're not really placing much pressure over on TA over in that mid lane. But the problem is with a lot of these teams is that they often will shut down Hector for a bit, but then he just goes off and jungles and then comes back full strength again.
Yep. Infamous is really good at making space for Hector.
Yeah.
When they're strong, they play like they're strong. It's good to watch.
This hurts.
You don't say, Zach.
I mean, there are a lot of people that are strong in the game, and they'll just, you know, go kill the jungle. NA Dota.
That's true. I know what you mean.
How many
That's true.
bad habits have you picked up just by being an NA player, just by existing in this
Oh,
region?
there's a lot.
Yeah.
A few too many Midas purchases, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
can
that's
see that.
straight from NA.
Oh, we were having a discussion yesterday about Lifestealer eating a pudge with Ags.
Yeah.
Have you done that in a match before?
Uh,
Any of your teams? I feel like that's a
I
super NA thing.
think we didn't, but we did the Radiance Lifestealer and the Dragon a couple times.
The dragon? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
when
seen-
it
I've
wasn't.
definitely seen that.
No. The actual build for that, like during that patch, when Lifestealer could jump into Ancient Creeps at level 6, that patch there was a different build where Lifestealer just goes straight into Ags, and then the Pudge buys absolutely nothing and goes straight Radiance. So that the Lifestealer can eat the Pudge, and then you have a Black Dragon.
Oh!
Hector's going to go down. It looks like he'll go down first. Rubik will follow suit. It's a 1-for-1, old 11. Going to continue to beat on Stinger, but
Could have actually
That
manned
was
up.
so close to that snowball, though. Might have been able to avoid some of it.
That's rough. They have 3 people in the lane and they lost first place.
I believe Schofield TP'd down as well, so he's stuck here now.
oh! Nice snipe. The side blades coming into play for Chris Luck.
And that double damage.
Very nice.
Yeah, this mid lane looked pretty even the last time I looked, and I guess this DD rune showed up, or maybe just higher levels on TA, and she started to get a little bit ahead in CS.
Yeah, here comes the snowball effect. It's actually like
Literally?
so
Ah, I see what
damn
you
it,
did there.
Tuskins.
Such a good joke.
I appreciated it.
This TA is gonna dumpster the Kunkka now.
Yeah,
It's just
especially
not
if Keen doesn't focus on supplying him with enough sentry wards to keep his lane clear of traps. He's going to have a really hard time entering this lane. Everyone will.
Yeah.
It's a classic TA problem where the TA is ahead and he can afford to buy his own sentries and just keep dewarding you, and you can never go to the middle lane.
So is this one of the heroes? I know, like, I've seen in the past with, like, a Quap or something, where if they die too many times, they just kind of lose their momentum. Like, completely, they just become a non-factor, or...
TA or Congo?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, if TA has a really poor laning stage, she can fall back to the jungle, but she needs time to recover. And in general, she's a snowbally hero. You want to really hit your timings, take an ancient stack, get early Deso, take a tower, take Roche.
Have they
get
been
Blink.
stacking at all for her? Looks like
it's
they've
got
been
up
stacked over here
Yeah,
with
it's gonna
Schofield,
be a
but...
triple.
Oh, nice.
nice.
And
Infamous
that's,
is
you've got a
good
Bat
about
Rider, too.
stacking.
That's going to be great, too, being able to get some levels, get some gold on your...
Yeah. It's definitely a 5 Bat Rider because he hasn't killed any jungle creeps yet.
Don't be mad.
How's the Enchantress doing right now?
Well, she hit level 6, so better now.
So just leave her alone? Is that the
Yeah.
usual play?
I'm actually not sure how PA does against her, but nearly every hero in Dota now feels bad laning against this Ench.
Do you need like 3 people to kill her at this stage?
Yeah. And then you're going to have a hard time anyway. There's
Yeah.
not a lot of burst damage
Because
right now.
Maledict doesn't really do much
Yeah.
when you
Yeah,
have
it
the heal
doesn't.
going.
You need Kunkka boat and PA,
Yeah,
and maybe 2 crits. And then she'll die.
that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
2 crits at this stage.
That's why you just avoid him.
Yeah, okay. I feel like Old 11's having an amazing
Yeah.
game. He was like almost 11.5 advantage over the Wraith King here.
As
Gets the early Midas, I think, is coming on the courier probably.
our wonderful observer pointed out, he is going Vessel Rush
Oh,
on the Kunkka.
okay.
It's really useful against Ench.
Chicken. You're not looking good. It's coming out. And then there's the TP out from
Wait, but he
Old
TP'd with
11.
no mana.
What's
Yeah.
he doing?
He TP'd with no mana and 5 stick charges.
Just get away from Enchantress. Run.
Yeah, why did Whisper
leave.
hit up the sprites? He wasn't that low.
You have
You never know.
yeah.
It's the insurance policy, I
Did eat a
guess.
boat, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good cast
And honestly, that spell's not really a waste to just
Yeah.
use
That's true.
defensively. This hero is really difficult to deal with now.
I like how she looks like she's part of Gem and the holograms. I think I just dated myself by saying that, but oh well.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I actually
My
have no idea.
sweet summer child.
Not a clue. Yeah. At least the Rubik is going to get some space now that Omni Knight has left this lane, but PA has now realized that she has no business in the top lane. Will come down bottom for the bounty runes.
It's just not
Takes a
fair.
tumble in the opposite lane, but we're going to watch Stinger here get initiated on, but not enough burst damage to take him out.
If they don't get the bounty runes because they went for this kill, I'm going to be upset with them.
Kaka has to TP away. Enchantress is such a big problem right now.
They still got one.
my life easier.
I remember during the qualifiers, we were really confused to see the Enchantress getting picked up so often, especially like with the South American region. And like, now it's clear what the strength is of it.
Yeah.
Remember everyone just sitting there and we're all scratching our heads like, what?
It's one of those heroes that kind of cycles through the meta.
Is
I
about
think
to take the plunge.
sometimes the hero, all you need to do is win your lane, and you're viable. Especially when you want to leave your offlaner on an island.
That's true. That's true.
We have a smoke by Keen.
Yeah, I want to hear Aosin and Zach do some play-by-play.
I love it.
Please no.
We'll wait for a bigger team fight. This is not gonna
Yeah,
work.
yeah, yeah,
We gotta
definitely.
get him.
Hey, if MOBA can do team fight, you can too.
Hector taking the torrent. Does have his ult, so he'll be back. Stinger level 6 now. I think he ate a tone to get to that point. Hector still in a lot of trouble though. Fairly low on HP. And that actually
All right. So something I don't agree with that Hector just did. If you never actually need your reincarnation, I don't like skilling it.
Yeah.
Right? Because
did
that's
he skill it right there or was it early?
No, I think he already had a level.
Maybe
Because
he felt like
like,
he needed to skill it earlier.
yeah,
I
maybe.
think he normally saves the turn. I believe he also tried to end himself with a stun, but he was like 3 mana over. And still had his ult. He didn't stick or anything. The Whisper is just going to run to the bottom lane with a catapult. Take
Oh,
him
but he
into tier
didn't get
one.
the last hit.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Shame.
Structures are fortified.
Not that I'd ever be able
Going
to get the
straight
last
for
hit.
going straight for MKB on Enchantress.
Yeah.
See the
This
lasso
lasso.
applied. Looks like Torrent's actually going to connect on TA as well.
Uh-oh. This is a huge kill.
TA initiation. Yeah, the Wraithfire Blaster will easily take her out. Now,
Oh,
with
this
the
is how
rock
you
plays
kill,
long time, This
Enchantress.
would be a huge kill. Snowball used defensively, but brings him back into
that
the
is such
action.
a
That
good kill.
float hits. That's 3 dead for Infamous. So Keen coming out on top big time then.
Keen brings 5 heroes. Infamous brings what?
Dire's middle tower.
That was like super well done by Taco right there. He single-handedly just like kept him, like forced him into helping TA because of having late fire blast and then lifting.
It's really good by Keen to get this tier
Dire's
1 here
middle
too.
tower just
That
got
boat was sick,
knocked down. Dire's structures are
Well, there's the
fortified.
Midas. Radiance is next.
How's TA doing right now?
Classic.
Going for the Deso Rush right now?
I already have it.
I'll be curious if Infamous goes for Roche before or after the blink on TA. They'll probably try and get the tier 1 mid first. Keen's actually in a really strong position right now just because of Omni Knight. And
Kunkka, I think.
yeah,
Like Kunkka actually.
he finished his Vessel as well, so Ench is not nearly as much of a problem.
Omni can just frontline, tanky piece of garbage with boat on top of that. Like, how do you kill this hero right now?
Yep. Well, probably Ench.
Hey, he's not going for Radiance. Is this
Who, Omni?
11 going for it?
Alright, he's going Midas. You
No,
never know
no,
if he's going to go
yeah, you never
Midas
know.
after.
into Radiance.
He is
Well,
a strength hero, so
because-
phase Midas Radiance is just viable.
Yeah.
Maybe some bracers in there, but he has a soul ring, so probably not.
I'm just wondering because Kunkka is going for Halberd as the next item. Oh.
First luck does
Torrent, boat, X, TA. They actually have enough damage? Doesn't look like it.
I like how it's
Forcing him back. All right, we have old 11 coming into play though. Purification is available, and that's going to be an easy one. So good rotations from
going to find
Keen.
another maybe. There's going to be a dagger in a second.
It's a golden dagger too, note.
Radiant's
No
middle
less.
tower can't
Can they-
stun?
Cass is only
Doesn't
on
bounce.
one.
Oh, but it's enough.
Nice ice shards blocking him off, but PA can go right through that. It's going to be yet another kill for Keen.
This Death Ward is helping immensely with their Ench problem.
So we were talking about how TA just like falls behind and she just dies. I think that is exactly what's happening here. I think just those 2 deaths, and I think her game might actually be over.
something that probably goes unnoticed is this Kanka is actually running around with sentries just to kill TA.
Yeah.
He is running at the TA. He's saying, "Come kill her," and bringing his own sentries and getting it done. It's
Because
really
like now she just has.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
No.
Oh.
this is bad.
Oh, dear. Solar Crest applied as well. Ay, ay.
Oh, he used everything. Spirit Vessel though.
Huh?
Is it
Or
enough?
Spirit Vessel, I should say. Yeah, Whisper.
Taking a while to
Actually,
take him down.
Wow. The heal comes through. Is that enough, though? No reinforcements on the way, it seems.
All right,
So
the second
1v5, literally. The fact that he lived this long.
I'm
just
pretty sure that
shows-
space for Hector, though, was rapidly moving up here in the net worth.
They were running towards the top lane, would probably find him instead, but unsuspecting Ench just TPs to the shrine.
Oh, who,
gets
you'd
ganked.
rather Enchantress die in this case, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Man, who were we casting yesterday? They ignored Enchantress the entire game.
I didn't see.
And Enchantress ended up destroying.
Is that a...
Or no,
was
they
it
didn't.
Infamous game?
That was the Liquid game. Never mind, they didn't end up
Is
destroying.
drowning. Radiant's top
Single
tower
target.
is
The
under
Ench
attack.
did a lot of damage.
Yeah, but they didn't.
Oh, that game.
Yeah.
Mind Control was like about 13-2 or something.
Yeah, he
crazy.
was. I mean, he had a good game, but some questionable item choices. I think Black was very annoyed with no MKB early.
Radiant's middle
Well, they almost have the
tower
relic
can't
online now
handle
for
this
Hector.
deluge.
Looks like.
The hidden ones
Looks like
have
Ench has
blessed
changed
me.
his build to a Maelstrom
Interesting.
from the MKB.
Hmm.
That's an interesting pickup.
I think it's just queued up. It's probably going to be one of those things where you pick up a Javelin, lock it, go for BKB, then go back.
Could be.
Why have we not
Dire's
seen
top
Pango?
tower Is under attack.
It's the best hero in the game.
I wish I,
I
had
love
an
that
answer
hero.
for that. I
The
actually
best
don't.
hero.
I love that hero, but it's just not very
You
strong.
know why
right
you
now.
love that hero?
Yeah,
I think you
'cause
know why.
You get to do anything.
Oh, come on. You know the real reason.
You kill creeps.
Radiant's bottom
The
tower
hero is basically
faces
a
a
Han hero.
stiff wind.
Oh,
That's why I love it.
yeah.
It's one of the best design heroes in the game. Easy.
He's very fun.
Super fun. Zero turn rate. Aye, man.
That's definitely a hero that would have been in Han at
Oh,
some point.
100%. It probably was in concept when they
Top
scrapped
tower
it.
is about
And put in
to
a
take
terrible
the
hero
run.
instead.
And you see Schofield, as the only save on his team is rushing the Blink Dagger. He's cut out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, nice ice shards. Not good.
Deep
Yeah, Team are just like playing really well together right now, but
Yeah.
you know, like you said, it's a space for Hector.
And that's what he does well, is just he's very farm efficient.
Yeah.
So, and this is like I said at the beginning, they put a lot of pressure usually on, lately, it used to be a lot on Chris Luck, now they've tried to shift it over to Hector, and they put a lot of pressure on him during these laning phases, but then they just kind of forget about him.
Have the
Yeah.
spyglass
And they
at
just
hand.
start focusing on other objectives. You can't let that happen, especially not on his Wraith King, because he just farms so fast. And I do like the way that, you know, they've kind of been mirroring some of these movements here on the map. You've been seeing Infamous playing a lot here on the bottom. You saw
Dire
Schofield taking some of the
structures are
different
fortified.
camps.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I like that Chris Luck has been, you know, a little more careful with his movement as well. Like he hasn't tried to fight at all. He's just trying to farm the next tier of items. I think BKB might be when they decide to go. It's gonna be like BKB Radiance.
Is that his third DD?
I don't know. He's got a lot of
He's
these.
had at least one before, I know. 'Cause they got the courier kill.
This is big if Team can take this road away from Infamous.
BKB's just got finished over on the TA.
They might fight this, but I don't even think they know what's happening.
I don't think so. It's weird that they don't, because they should have had a trap in there most likely, and they have that sentry on the outside. So
Yeah.
you'd think that they'd go take a gander, but
I'm actually not sure they had a trap. TA hasn't been in this area in some time. Immediate
That's a Radiant
smoke
Sentry
meeting.
too. So
Tower is under attack.
Into an immediate smoke. Let's see if Infamous will respond to this or not.
They go on
Nice
the
shards
TA,
are
they
there.
could get turned with the BKB, but they're not going to catch him anyway.
PA working on a Deso of her own.
We have Aether Lens on the Rubik, so his catch is a little bit better, but they're still mostly relying on this X until Rubik gets his blink.
ooh, Solar Crest, Omni Knight. So no, there's not gonna be any Radiance.
Yeah, it doesn't
How
look
the
like it.
finish on the Kanka.
Dire's middle tower is
I
under
have to say,
attack.
that is a first for me. For old 11.
And Infamous is just continuing to avoid King right now. You can see them in both of the side lanes just farming away.
Radiant's
leaving
bottom
their,
tower
they're
faces
they're not
a
getting much
stiff
done
wind.
here
Yeah.
in the mid lane.
It's become really hard in Dota to take towers, especially when you have a draft like this, where you don't have a great sieger until this PA gets a couple more items. He's a little scared of dying right now.
Does Infamous look to fight after TA gets Blink?
I'm actually not sure.
She's somewhat survivable right now with the BKB.
I feel like what I've seen from Infamous is that they're going to wait until Hector is just too large to deal with. And he's going to run into the team fight and cause some chaos. Chris Luck is going to show up in the back line and kill a support, and then they're going to win the fight.
I think more importantly is they don't need to feel in a rush right now because they're happy with how much farm they're getting, and there's an Aegis on the other side.
The other thing that's really nice too is if you've watched Hector play before, he's very good at knowing when to show up for these starts, because we talk about him always farming, which is great, but he's definitely one of those cores too that if he sees an opportune fight where he can have a good impact, he usually will stop farming and he'll make his way over, which I think is really important, because you see a lot of cores that just kind of like, well, I'm farming, I've got the space, I'm going to take it, but generally he's got a good handle on that. I feel kind of bad because I feel like we've been really hyping up Infamous, and guys, tell us some good things about Keen.
The score is 9-3, but they're still behind in gold. I mean, it's
I mean, Keener's doing really well just playing together, but it does mean that their farm is going to suffer, but they're just farming heroes instead.
Dire's middle tower,
Especially with Battle Fury and PA.
Yeah.
Start accelerating that pretty fast.
So what would you like to see Keen do now?
Make use of the Aegis. At least try to take like.
I think they need to take their own side of the map back with this Aegis, and then sweep back across to the other side and try and choke out Infamous a little bit. But right now, Infamous has a lot of control in the bottom area of the map, and they're not stopping them.
Dire's top tower.
So they lost
is
both
about
towers.
to
It's
take the
kind of hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe Infamous is actually up in towers right now. Yeah.
Got another Midas.
Wow, that's a late Midas. Holy jeez.
I think they're kind of realizing that Keen
This is
are.
a 65-minute game. Is that what they're saying?
Oh.
Do they know this already?
I mean, they feel like they're comfortable going late, right? So yeah. And Keen isn't exactly putting on pressure right now. They took Roshan and then they just haven't shown up, right?
You think that's one of their biggest problems right now? Okay,
Oh.
never mind. Pressure is happening. BKB coming out here from Chris Luck. Snowball's going to get rolled on over. They want to take out Copper first. Schofield managing to find that kill. Old Chicken, he can't get away. Fast enough. No, he's still.
Keen has to be careful here. They're in a really bad spot. Plus also buys back. Next is TA. TA not still there.
More hype. Let's go, Ace. Come on.
Come on, Ace.
Screen.
Come on.
All right, Hector's running in. Stuns up Old Chicken. Gonna nuke him down. He's gonna be able to blink out. And I think, oh, here comes a big snowball. Gonna be able to catch up with Old Chicken, and are they gonna be able to save him?
Coconut should
A couple
be up
more
now.
impetus. I think he's gonna go down. They're just all on top of
Holy gee, this is
them. They are
Infamous
just
gaming.
steamrolling them.
Diving tier 2.
Reviving
tier
into
3.
all 5 heroes. What are you gonna do about that? And Old Chicken's gonna go down as well.
Damn. Infamous. Out of nowhere. Both
No,
sleeping giants.
They hit their core items, you know?
Yep.
And they pick a really good spot to fight in, too.
All right, I'm just ready to play Dota now. I got my items, guys. Let's go.
I finished
Right down
farming.
mid. Don't stop.
Oh, look at that Blade Mail pickup.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That Blade Mail
That's the
pickup
old
is...
school, Envy build.
And you can see that whole fight becomes an issue for Keen because they initiate on the TA, but they don't actually stop him from being able to blink.
Yep.
He BKBs, blinks on the back line like he wants to in the first place, finds the Rubik, and a quick dispel on the Omni Knight ulti from the Ench allows Tusk to finish the kill. And from there, aside from Coconut, they can pretty much just run Keen down. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they use Boat on their jump as well.
There's just no turnaround. There's no big like spell that just, you know, allows you to continue fighting.
I think in general it's the Omni Knight ult, but his
Yeah.
PA doesn't really threaten enough on his own at the moment. He can't just hop on the Ench and, you know, force a Force Staff away or anything yet. Really needs that level 3 in his ult.
You brought up the Halberd on Kunkka.
Yeah.
What do you guys think in general, just utility build?
I think like it would have been fine if Omni went for the Radiant.
Yeah.
But the fact that he doesn't have it, and that you basically have 2 cores now that are utility,
Yeah.
right? So Omni Knight's utility, Kunkka's utility, and it's just the PA, and the PA is not going to do enough.
I think the big issue is that they both got these utility items. They take Roche, and normally that's when you follow your one position, and he just hits all the buildings. You have these trolls, these Wraith Kings, alchemists. and you just buff him, protect him. But in this game, they have a PA, they take Roche, and all he has is a Battle Fury, and he can't really hit towers even with their help. I really like the Vessel out of the Kunkka, but I actually think he could have gone for the Radiance himself instead of the Halberd.
Yeah. The biggest problem I see with this strategy as well is like, you look at the enemy heroes, and then it's like, it's all relying on the PA, and then the PA has to kill a TA. Refraction takes forever to get rid of, so you're not going to kill him. And then Wraith King just comes back to life, and he has a Blade Mail. So your PA can't kill either of the cores, and you just get the steamroll. Like, it's really hard to fight into it.
And I actually believe Infamous should be able to just kind of 5-man their way through this game now, until next Roche spawn.
Argon comes to the boat. Blade Mail is popped, collecting a little bit of damage. Does have his ult, of course.
He hit level 18 before he died
Yeah,
as well.
level 3 ult. That's a good
Really
point.
big deal. There's no boat anymore, so Infamous can look to turn.
His snowball.
All right, Zach, take it. Take it. Scream.
Go.
Scream,
Go.
damn it.
Snowball save comes in, they're going to roll in onto the Kunkka. Omni Knight all comes out, but it looks like Ench is going to take down. Nope. PA stays alive. Death Ward's going to chase away the Bat Rider. It looks like they're trying to disengage, but TA will BKB and take out the Omni Knight.
Feels like PA just can't do anything, right?
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, that was, like, honestly the best attempt I've seen them do so far. They almost killed Wraith King, and then the saves come out, and then it's like they're just out of steam.
Right.
Are you sure that's the best target?
Yeah.
Should they have gone on the Wraith
I
King?
don't think they can use the boat on the initial life of
Yeah.
Wraith King. By the time he respawns and they go again, boat buff's nearly out, and they don't really have the tankiness to stand and fight this Ench.
Yeah, so the issue is, like, Wraith King isn't the best target. I think if you wanted to kill someone instantly, it's probably either Enchantress or Tusk. But if you try to go over to the Enchantress, you don't have the damage, and then Tusk can also save. If you go on the Tusk, you just get wrecked by all the cores, and there's a chance he just snowballs and, you know, turtles.
Yeah, Schofield's had some pretty good saves with
This
the
is one of
snowball
those
this game.
situations where King's just going to have a hard time if they go into a fight without a vision advantage. Like in that situation, they're just sitting behind their tower, and Infamous knows where they're coming from. It's going to be very hard for them to initiate properly.
This game's going to get a lot harder, too, with the fact that Hector has picked himself up a BKB. They're just running down bottom. Look at him.
Yep. He wants this game.
Right now, TA and Wraith King are so strong, you have to deal with one or the other. Like, if you leave both of them alive, you're just going to lose a team fight.
The question is, how do you
exactly.
take them down? Where's your damage here?
And their window is basically Guardian Angel. If you're trying to fight without Guardian Angel, it's not going to happen.
And even when you get GA'd, Ench can always take it off of one person and just target them down.
This build for Wraith King is very safe, right? That doesn't scream South American to me. No. They always go for like, or not.
But it screams.
Speaking.
But it screams like a great understanding of where they are in the game.
Right.
It does.
Like
BKB
Z-Freak was saying he does the same build all the time, but then he picks up Blade Mail because he knows like what's going to happen and how strong they are as a team right now.
And the BKB, especially on a hero like Wraith King that you normally don't see too many BKBs, is really a we have this game, let's end it item.
It looks like they just don't know what they want to do right now. Over on Keen, they've got a smoke. They're trying to go through, maybe take down some wards. Vision, they
Look at this. He just walks down, he breaks the smoke, he's like, whatever. Walks back up.
Yep.
Because how are they going to kill him?
They can't kill him.
Nope.
Exactly.
I mean, they can take one life, sure, and then they're going to break it here.
All right.
They are going to find Whisper, though.
This is the best spot, and then this is exactly what happened.
Great snowball save.
Getting a ton of damage. Here comes the boat.
Where's the
Finish
GA?
off Whisper right off the bat. 5v4. Here comes the Guardian Angel.
This is the best scenario you could ask for.
Extremely tanky right now. Looks like Chris Luck pops the BKB. He's going to get out of dodge for now. And that's just going to break up the fight. But now the Guardian Angel's down.
So's Boat.
And Boat. Although Boat's, what is that, 40-second cooldown?
Something like that at
Come
this
back
level.
up at about 15 seconds.
40 seconds at max level.
And BD.
And you can see that actually Infamous could really use a Force Staff. Because even though they get Snowball saved, without this Force Staff, they can't get out of trouble.
Now you're just going to walk right in, yeah.
Where was Dark? All right, there's a snowball rolling in. Kaka trying to get himself out, but they have the Wraithfire Blast. They'll be able to take him down. There's going to be the buybacks, though. Both Witch Doctor and the Rubik, they want to be a part of this.
The PA gets cliffed.
Yeah, over there.
Oh, no,
trying
Dark.
to get him down, but no, it looks like Dark will die back. Schofield trying to run himself away. Levin's going to fall, and they're still chasing after this big old polar bear. There's the X marks the spot, but they're going to stun up the Kunkka and the snowball. Oh, baby. Schofield's going to make it out alive, and they're going to take this Roche for themselves.
That's with 2 buybacks.
I'm so shocked they walked in the Roshan pit after that.
That was a
Because
sloppy fight.
yeah, because they only killed enchanters, right? And then we talked about how Guardian Angel is like their fighting condition, and they didn't have it. Hector just walks in. What are you gonna do?
No.
We didn't even see Witch Doctor because he got deleted instantly.
I know.
And he bought back and got deleted again.
That's probably
that's
probably
the worst
mostly a
feeling.
move of desperation.
It really
They
is.
just kind of hope they get away with it.
Radiant's middle tower is under
It looks like Infamous is just gonna.
They are primed to take this game, minus any potential throws.
Is that another DD on TA?
No, it's a clarity.
It's a clarity.
It's hard to tell sometimes with all the particles. Eventually, everything's just going to be
I
sparkles.
mean, she's farmed enough to hit like she has DD right now in this game.
She's got the cheese on her, too.
She has finished the MKB as well, so she can melt this PA.
I don't know how you stop Infamous right now if you're keen.
Yeah. Let's see how. Look how disciplined they are. Look at this. This is great
Is this
to
really
see.
South American
A Lotus
Dota, right?
Orb.
Really?
Finished
That's what I'm
Enchantress.
saying.
Where's the diving into the fountain?
Where's the item dropping and then throwing?
You'll see that
Sounds
when
like
they've
good stuff.
really secured the game.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure we will.
When they see the enemy type GG, you will see all the items drop.
These guys are actually like so wholesome though. I think it was the Dota Pit Miner. They went and they wrote like an all chat at the very, very end, and like people were like, "What did they say? What did they say?" They expected, you know, some typical South American trash talking, and it was literally like, "Hi guys, hi friends." They were like super excited. They were like going around like taking pictures with some of the players because they were like, "I can't believe we're here." Like they're so adorably wholesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Keen
Schofield's
is
one of
gonna
my favorite
smoke
pub
under
players.
an Infamous ward.
Because he doesn't say anything. do you know what a
When
gift?
neutral is just so much
you know what
better
a
than the alternative.
Do you know what a gift it is to have pub players not say anything?
That's basically me. I don't say anything.
Oh yeah. It's like win or lose, they just don't say anything. You know, it's like whatever. You know, can't win them all. Good
Got
luck
a
next.
17K net worth lead going to the side of Infamous. What do we do for Keen?
Play the RNGs.
We've reached this point where I don't even know what you can do. Like, what can you actually do?
You don't GG because it's a BO1 in TI.
Yes.
Yeah, that's rule
That's
number one.
about all I've got.
Yeah. I could tell you, PA could have a crit script, and they'd still lose right now.
Really?
Wow.
I don't
Yeah.
know about that.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, for real. She could have that crit, that ridiculous
No.
crit thing, and they'll still lose.
I might agree with that.
Radiant's
Really?
top shrine is under
Yeah.
attack.
Unless he can find any. Then maybe the crypt script would
I
work.
feel like that might get you banned for life, though. So
Yeah, it's not really
probably
worth
not
it.
best to use. You know. Save it for another day.
what is it?
Save it for your pups.
So how do you fight off this mentality right now? You got to be feeling a bit low if you're Keen. This is a best of one. You feel like the game's slipping away. Obviously, there's a very large gold.
Okay, I got it.
Here.
I got it.
All right, tell me.
There is a way. They need to find a way to turtle to the point where Kunkka can transition into the one-hit build. We're talking like, you know, dataless and rapier type of status.
Ooh, all right. Bye-bye, Kaka.
So this starts out as a 5v4, 70 seconds on the deck.
Wait,
with
it
no
starts off as
buyback.
a 5v3 actually.
5v3, very good. We
All
can
right.
count.
Sluggy's trying to chase him down. There's going to be the Guardian Angel. You can hear that lasso, though, in the back lines. And they're going to be able to take down old 11. Kyleson buys back. He doesn't have that Guardian Angel, though. Talked about this. It's very important. Boat comes through. Does manage to land over onto Schofield to take him down. But these Impetus, they're flying. Hector, he's running, and he's got the Blade Mail. He's chasing everybody back. And they're going to be very disciplined and go for the towers.
Yeah.
You know, when you have the Guardian Angel to run away, that's
Not a feels good.
yeah, not a good sign.
Yeah, this lineup just never came together for Team.
I think
Nice.
the actual play for Keen to try and come back into this one was to kill Hector somehow without using any bullets.
Oh, that is
But that's like the weakness. One of the weaknesses of the draft, right? They have like no poking ability.
Oh, boy. Bye, 11.
All right, here we go. This is the South America I want to see. Let's go.
Might be able to
they're-
take
they're
down
just
his
dying.
luck. Yeah, the Aegis for the first time. Whisper's just fighting everybody in the back end. They'll be able to take down Old Chicken. They're going to go right into this fountain. And now we're getting to the realm of South American Dota as they go running in. Reincarnation
you
going to
know,
pop.
Even with that said, this is still kind of a disciplined dive. You know, it's not a
Disciplined dive. Question
yeah.
mark?
This is a disciplined dive.
I
Look
agree.
at how many they've lost. 0. Look at that. That's disciplined diving right there.
All right, the
Item
GG,
drops?
well played.
It happened again.
GG.
Actually,
So
if I was in their
Infamous
position,
takes out Team Gaming.
they got up and they started cheering. That's probably what happened.
That's true.
Right.
We don't get to
Now's
see
not
that.
the time to drop items. Now's the time to celebrate.
That's
So
a
I
pretty
believe
good feeling.
that
Drop your
ensures
headset in real
Infamous a
life.
top 12,
Yep.
correct?
Yeah.
And Keen with their, I mean, I would say it's a pretty star-studded lineup. They go out in the first round, lower brackets, best of 1.
Yeah.
Obviously not what they
Like-
want to see as we're looking at the end game screen here.
Yeah. It's a big performance out of the TA.
I think correct me if I'm wrong, it just felt like, I don't want to be a stickler with this Radiance business, but felt like somebody had to go Radiance that game. The
I think-
itemization was very questionable from my side.
I think someone on Keen just had to take more of a farming priority. I
Right.
feel like they were all kind of at the mentality of like working together,
Yeah.
and you didn't even have like, sometimes you'll see these Rubiks just start farming because their cores aren't, and even Kaka wasn't that far ahead of like a Tusk.
Right.
And you don't see that very often. They
I-
definitely had this mentality of just
My
playing together.
my biggest issue with their draft is like, they 100% relied on Kunkka. He's their only catch, and then they played 5-man Dota with that one catch, and they found nothing. And then the other team is just like farming away, and then just fall behind. And then it's like, I think like, obviously, you know, we know the result, but like looking at their draft, like, they just got outdrafted. There's no team fight potential.
Which feels really bad in the best one. Any final words, Moxie, for your
Yeah,
your
what
boys
now,
Infamous?
haters?
Wow.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
we
How
get a
many of
zoom
you
in?
were like, yeah, South America's gonna place last? Where you at?
I put Infamous in the 8 to 12. That's where I put them.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
not bad.
that's not bad.
You're correct.
Now, what
so
were the
far.
players expecting before we go on to the next game?
I think if you're going into TI and thinking we're gonna lose, you don't deserve to be a TI.
I mean, there's plenty of teams like that, though. Let's be
Well,
real.
they don't deserve to be a TI, clearly.
And they've done well.
Well, shit.
Wow,
happens.
this
You're
is
speaking from
really
experience.
specific.
It's called the TI fluke, my friends. We've seen it time and time again. That's all we'll say for now. Anyway, we will be back after a short break with another best of 1, I believe, and then we'll start getting to the best of 3s. And things are going to get real juicy. I don't even know which camera to look in. Zairi's really good at this. But if you're in Denver, come on down to the Jungle Jam. We're doing some cool stuff here. Nice little challenges. Of course, from the talent perspective, I've already won. My team's already won. Aosin and Brax.
We're just way too
I think
good.
it's actually just over. So it's a fight for second place at this point.
Yeah.
So we shall return, friends, very shortly.